Let me ask you something. How many times have you had an idea, a dream, a fire burning inside you, and still, you didn't act on it? Not because you weren't capable, not because it wasn't meant for you, but because you hesitated. Because fear whispered, "What if you fail?" Because you waited for that magical moment when everything would finally feel safe, certain, perfect. But here's the raw, honest truth. That moment is never coming. You are never going to feel fully ready, and that's exactly why you need to start. Right now. Not later. Not someday. Not when it's convenient. Because someday is where dreams go to die. Most people spend their whole lives waiting for motivation to strike like lightning, waiting until they feel confident, waiting until they feel less tired, less busy, less overwhelmed. But that wait becomes a life on pause. And while you wait, time moves on without you. Here's the thing they don't tell you. Motivation isn't what gets you started, it's what shows up after you act. And confidence, that's not a prerequisite, it's a result. You grow confident by doing the hard thing scared, by choosing courage over comfort, by showing up when everything in you screams to shrink. You're not stuck. You're not lazy. You're just scared. And that's human. But fear is not a reason to stop. Fear is a signal you're on the edge of something that matters, something real, something that could change your entire life. Your brain is built to keep you safe, not to make you successful. So the moment you feel uncertain, it hits the brakes. You freeze, you overthink, you convince yourself it's not the right time. But let's get real. The right time is a myth. It's a story your brain tells to protect you from discomfort. And that story, it's stealing your future. You say you want change. You say you're ready for more. But change doesn't come from wishing. It comes from moving. Here's the truth. Your comfort zone may feel familiar, but it's a slow death for your dreams. Nothing great happens there. No breakthroughs, no growth, no fire. Only regret. So how do you fight back? How do you outsmart your own resistance? With one simple move. The moment you feel yourself hesitate, count backwards from 5 to 1 and go. Move. Stand up, speak up. Send the message, take the shot. Break the cycle before fear locks you down again. It sounds too easy, but that's the magic of it. It works, if you do. You have to be the one who interrupts the excuses, who takes action before the doubt takes over. No one's coming to push you, no one's coming to save you. And honestly, that's empowering, because it means it's up to you, and you're stronger than you think. Every time you act with courage, even for 5 seconds, you prove to yourself that you're not a prisoner of fear. You're in charge now. And every small, brave step rewires your mind, rewrites your story, and moves you closer to the life you were made for. You don't need to know how it all ends. You don't need to feel fearless. You just need to take the first step. Every day, you have 2 choices: evolve or repeat, grow or stay where you are, show up or shrink back. It's you versus you. You don't need permission. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to wait for confidence. What you need is to decide. Decide that your dreams matter more than your excuses. Decide that your future matters more than your fear, because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the action you're too afraid to take. You have one life, one shot. This is not a dress rehearsal. You don't get a redo. So stop waiting. Stop wishing. Stop overthinking. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. But just start. Because the real magic happens not when you're ready, but when you're brave enough to begin. A few seconds, that's all it takes. A few seconds of courage, a few seconds of action, and your whole life can change. A few seconds, just start way. So, don't for that. Or fear, action is ready with so big round, just as in a roll-by friend. Forgiving us be green steals in the co's longer way. And you found out everyone with Dargan to just and face.